Do you want to talk more about your philosophy of art?
Well, I try to. I do like help. I do like to help with the design process and the mental thought process that goes into it and the researching. But I try to keep my philosophies of art out of it and look at art as something to sell, really.
People have dreams and they have visions, just like artists. You know, they're artists too, so they have visions naturally, and but they're just not either filled with the time that they can do it or the confidence to be able to pull off big paintings. Sometimes to build up confidence to do that, it takes years of practice. So we help connect people to their dreams by helping create the atmosphere that they want, and everyone, I feel, has a right to chase their dream.
Everybody loves the fine art, it's like way better than a poster on the wall, and plus it helps like create a recognition. And then also in addition to that, we were delved into like the business aspect, selling it to like commercial venues, and that's really the goal, because that helps us pay the bills and sit down and really delve into the fine art and the performance art, which is like where our heart lies. Like that's like the true joy and the wonder, being able to create moments for people.
I was born in Key West, Florida.
When?
In 1971.
I was born in Jacksonville, Florida, on a Naval Air Force Station or something. My dad was in the military. It was at a military hospital.
So you moved around a lot?
Yeah, like every 3 years or so we moved to a new place. It's kind of fun. It's interesting meeting like a whole bunch of different people and seeing different cultures and different way people react and interact,
But at what point did you think about actually being like an artist as your like occupation?
Right. I didn't realize that I was an artist until years later, when I was like probably about 17, 18 years old, and had all the time in the world to do whatever I wanted to. And that was when I realized that I'd been doing it all along.
The 29th of June.
29th of June, and we're doing a South Street art party. We are doing a big battle and also some community mural work, and it should be really fun. There seems to be all kinds of people showing up, and bands and musicians and performers of all kinds. You get a kick out of it.
The process of building and growing artists large is a process of figuring out how to sell the art. So far we have like 4 categories that I've broken it down into. We have the fine art, which is a pretty broad spectrum from Dave's subliminal style. And then it broadened. The next step we took was like business art. That's one of the ways I really started to explore as a way to really make money so that we can survive, because businesses all have like advertising budgets. And what we do, if you call it advertising or helping to fix up a storefront or adding to like customer appeal, it's going to help them sell their product more, which makes us happy, makes them happy.
Well, and the subliminal art differs from most art because you've removed the intent, and so without the intent, it's its own thing, because it's another process, another path to take. Anything that you can imagine, as wild or as subtle as it might be.
I was doing a party, like a DJ kind of party in a nightclub downtown, and it was like a blacklight kind of party and whatnot, and Dave painted some blacklight paintings for the event, and then he did body painting like on girls and stuff at the show. But that was a pretty interesting night.
Rick had been doing things similarly, like producing shows more, and like producing events and parties, and was inviting me in the beginning to like participate in some of those things, and then after a while it was like it seemed kind of natural that we just kind of team up and make a real business out of it, because the knowledge that he had I just didn't have, and I had the things that would help facilitate that whole thing too, so it just seemed natural. So.
You like met in like 1996. When did you like decide to start like Artists at Large as like an entity? Like when was that idea?
I had some cards that I made up called Artist at Large when I was just freeballing, just trying to do everything that I could, anytime I could, just I was really scrambling to get to the next level.
And then we started getting into performance art, and that's just more kind of fun and where the soul and the spirit's at. You know, you're working with like, not necessarily the underground of the world, but it's like the heart and pulse of like the entertainment community. You know, you're helping provide moments for everybody, whether that's painting on stage or coordinating like artisans of all types, like fire spinners or still walkers or people in like big old costumes, you know.
I'll leave one on the top of the...
You are the art. You are the artist. It's wild with your chin sticking out. Yeah, it's wild. I didn't even notice that. Oh, really?
Are my dominatrixes here?
Dominatrixes.
Where are my bondages?
Day of the Dead. Talk about Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead was the parade that we put on South Street. It was 3.5 blocks long, I think, about that long.
How long? But we marched.
But we marched, yeah, oh yeah, we marched, what, like 12 blocks or something? Even more, I think. But anyway, we had all kinds of jugglers and costumes, and everyone had their faces painted up with skulls, and it was Day of the Dead. Huge skeleton sculptures and people on stilts and just Isaiah, a famous Philadelphia artist. He was in a green Speedo on the top of a white plastic bull on the back of a red pickup truck. Yeah, it was an amazing event. And then also South Street's been a great place for us to do work because it's just so perfect for it. It's just one strip that goes down. Everyone's down there on the weekends, and you know, it's the hot spot in Philly.
We were approached by South Street House District and Barry Cassidy to help with it. And we kind of brought in like the art and the talent. You know, we brought fire spinners in and stilt walkers and jugglers and Dave and Reed were painting like the backdrops.
Oh yeah, you talk about Top Dog.
Top Dog.
Yeah.
Where we were hired by a nightclub called Top Dog in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They asked us to do to paint a couple of their models for a fashion show that they were doing, and we did 4 women. Beautiful, beautiful women.
Being up stage and painting live with the music, you know, it's interesting. So I'll watch these guys paint, whether we're on site playing it from a CD or like in front of a band, you know, painting. Their hands are like moving to the music.
What is my vision?
Your vision for the future.
Well, my vision is that I'd like to see us using more and more talent, doing bigger and bigger paintings. The future for me is just trying to succeed further than I did the year before.
Future of artists at large, you know, I see us hopefully going nationwide. You know, at this point we travel the East Coast a lot between here and Florida and all the stops in between. I just want to grow the company really, and I want to help the artists sell more art and more fashions and create more of a name recognition for ourselves, you know, because we're all about the quality, you know, and I want to really give the people, clients, you, me, us, them, what they want, you know, and I'm striving to find the artists who can bring this, you know, and help in any way I can.
I'd like to see us getting more into like posters and prints and merchandising, more of the fine art, and I'd like to see more like music inclined art, you know, work. I think Rick and I are both very interested in trying to push more into the music industry, just because that the art is in a way music and the music is the art.
What is your vision for the future of artists at large?
To excel, succeed, prosper, thrive, fly into the sky. No, okay.